and in every way as our own flesh and blood. Amen.
Come along, son.
It's always difficult to accept death, little bear. Especially if a person is close to you. It's almost impossible when it's your mother, even if you're grown up.
Before she died, she said I must forget that I have a father, my real father.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
I was 5 when they put him in jail. They said he killed a man.
But you do like the Jimsons, don't you?
They have been good to my mother and me. But they are not of my blood.
They're good people, little bear. They want you, and they need you.
Need me?
Yes. It was your mother's wish that they raise you as a son. There are more important things than blood, little bear.
Do I call them father and mother now?
I think they'd like that just fine.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippin'est, roaring'est, fightin'est man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
It's about time.
White-eyed crow feet.
What'd you say?
Hawk making trouble?
Just a little sense.
Got some news for you, Hawk. Your squaw finally got rid of you. She died. You don't give a hoot, huh? Well, what about your kid, then? Not that I think you got any human feelings. He's gonna be raised up by them settlers took your wife in when she was sick. As a white. You're dead as far as he's concerned, Hawk. Maybe the kid can forget he had a murdering renegade for a father. Of course, with Hawk rotten.
Hawk, let us loose.
Hey, Hawk, how about us?
Free us too, Hawk.
Hey, how about us?
Hawk, let us loose.
Come on, Hawk, key.
Rot, White Eyes. Rot and die.
Yardy, Hawk has escaped from jail.
Yes, Tegus. I can see that. Welcome home, Hawk. You're gonna need some clothes.
And guns. And powder. And all my braves. We go to take my son from the White Eyes.
You talk like nothing's changed, Hawk. We've got a new chief. Me. And why should any of us risk our neck for your boy?
You half-breed. You do not understand the feeling of an Indian father for his son.
That's very sentimental, Hawk. But if you want your boy, you go after him yourself.
My braves go where I say. Or do you bend to the will of one in whose veins flows the blood of the White Eyes? Have you so soon forgotten that it is poison? Poison to the Indian. Take us! Red Fox! Kalinga.
Well, now. A year and change didn't break your spirit none. That's good, Hawk. Some good. A little spunk can't hurt a man, huh? But too much spunk can hurt him bad. Now, do you know who gives the orders around here? Do you? Do you know who gives the orders?
I know.
Stand up. Man, stand up.
Hawk gives orders here. Is there one who challenges? You half-breed. Bury him. Quickly! I hunger for the scalps of the White Eyes. And for Little Bear at my side. Then Boone. And then Daniel Boone.
Of course, he's too smart to come back here when he knows we've been hunting for him. But I believe you're right. It'd be a good idea to alert the Jimsons anyhow.
Well, I'm obliged for the information.
In any case, he'd have been in these parts by now if he was coming.
If he was coming straight here.
Well, I'm due back. Goodbye, Mr. Boone. Mingo.
Thanks again, Jim.
Hawk is a vindictive man, Daniel. He'll never forgive you. He'll never rest until he's paid you back.
Well, I expect he and I'll meet eventually. If he hadn't captured first.
You really think he might go to the Jimsons after his son? Never even bothered to see the boy for years, before his arrest.
Well, he's also a proud man, Mingo. With all Little Bear being raised as the son of whites. I'm afraid that's exactly what he will do.
This is for squaws. Where is Tagus with the fresh meat?
Patience, Red Fox. Soon we will eat from the stores of the White Eyes in the cabin beyond the stream.
Why don't we wait? We are 20, and they are 3, and one is a squaw.
We wait for night skies, as I have said. And then we kill quickly, silently. Then Little Bear will see what it means to be the son of Hawk. Then Boone. I have thought long on how I will kill him. Slowly. Slowly.
That's why I didn't come straight here.
Hawk has taken command of his band of renegades.
But he's waiting for dark. And Jimson's won't stand a chance against him.
You'd better get to Boonesboro and get some help, Daniel. I'll try to make my way to the Jimson cabin. Now, Daniel, you have a family depending on you. I have no one. Now, Daniel, I can be stubborn. Plain common sense and logic are on my side. It'll take hours to get to Boonesboro and back, and by that time...
Agreed, Mingo. We're wasting valuable time. You'd better get started.
The knife.
Expected. Can you walk? I can manage with a little help. Just as far as the Jimson cabin, it's one argument we're both lost.
Two. One is wounded. Come.
Looks peaceful enough. I guess they're still behind us.
Rest here. A moment. We better get across this open ground as fast as we can. A couple of 100 yards or so.
Huh? I'm ready. Let's go.
Hurry and wash up, Little Bear.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go, son.
The Indian. He's the wounded one. The other one is Daniel Boone. I have waited for this moment for a long time.
me load, Little Bear.
Pretty good shooting for a wounded.
Tom Jensen! It's Donald Boone! Hold your fire!
That's not a savage voice.
It's Daniel and Mingo.
Daniel! We hear you! We'll try to hold them back!
Cover me the best you can.
Come as fast as you can, Mingo! I'll cover you!
Mingo's hurt.
Daniel! Can you bring Mingo in?
Feel like you can make it to the door? I've been resting for the last few hours. Why not?
Martha, be ready to open the door.
I'll load twice as fast.
Okay, Daniel. Come ahead. Cover us, Tom. Here we come.
Mingo over here.
They're falling back. We've got them on the run.
I wouldn't be too hopeful, Mr. Jimson. They're probably going to wait till dark, and I'd watch that ammunition. It may be a long night.
You need that.
Better grit your teeth, Mingo.
I guess I can stand it if you can. Save that rifle ball, young man. It will give me special satisfaction to fire it back at them.
It's nothing serious. The bloodletting's healthful.
I can use another healthy man.
Daniel, take a look at this.
Hawk gives orders here.
Well, at least we know he doesn't want to burn us out.
What do they want with us, Daniel?
Mrs. Jimson. Mrs. Jimson. Mrs. Jimson.
It's him. So that's what they want.
That's why he wouldn't let that brave burn us out.
Mrs. Jimson. Open the door. I want to talk to you.
Dan, he's carrying a flag of truce.
Truce. More likely an ambush.
I'll cover you.
What do you want? I speak to the woman, Boone. Come out, Mrs. Jimson. Face me. I have a father's right.
I'll try to explain to him.
Speak to him from here. She can hear you. Have your say.
Mrs. Jimson, I have no wish to harm you. Not any of you. Send Little Bear to me, and we will leave in peace. I have the rights of blood. If you do not send him to me, you will die. All of you will die.
We will let Little Bear decide. Little Bear. Little Bear, that man out there is your father.
Little Bear, come to your father. Come, Little Bear. We will hunt together, fish the mountain streams together, live in the woods as all true Indians live. You shall take your rightful place as the son of Hawk.
Stop right there, Hawk. It's up to the boy to decide. When he does, we'll let you know.
He will decide now.
He will decide in his own time. Now get on back before I forget you're carrying a flag of truce.
He is my true father?
Yes, Little Bear, he's your father. But the kind of life that he's lived.
You do not want me to go?
No. You know I think of you as my son.
He said he will not harm you if I go with him, Mr. Boone.
You're a bit young to know the truth about your own father, Little Bear. The truth is, he hates all white men. And I think he hates me more than anyone. You see, I was the one who captured him. It was because of me that he was in jail. I spoke against him in his trial.
Why?
Because he broke the law. Many times. It was the right thing to do. So I reckon I'm not the one to talk to you about your father.
Little Bear. Little Bear. Your mother and father were Tuscarora. Were. Do you know why you do not live among the Tuscarora?
The tribe cast out my mother and father.
Hawk. Your father was cast out. Your mother chose to go with him. They burned his teepee. They never speak his name. He is a dead man to the Tuscarora. A renegade and an outlaw. And it's all his doing. He's filled with hate, Little Bear. Hate and violence.
My mother chose to be a renegade with him.
That's true. But you have your whole life before you. If you choose to go with Hawk, you choose the life of an outlaw, a
fugitive.
You wish me to stay, but you will allow me to go?
Yes, little bear. If that's what you decide.
Why?
Because each one of us has to decide what way he wants to live, what his responsibilities are, and what's right for him. We don't have the right to stop you.
I wait no longer! Send the boy out!
He is of my blood. He wants me. We will go away together, far from the white man's law. He will be safe. He will change. And you will all live.
Come, little bear, come. You are a true son of Hawk. You spit on the white eyes.
We must go, Father. Far away. We must find a place where the white man's law cannot reach you.
The White Eyes will never capture Hawk again. And Boone and all of them will pay. They will pay for what they have done. It will soon be night. Take us! Gather dry grass for the hours of fire.
Father, you gave your word. You said they would not be harmed.
My word to the White Eyes is as the White Eyes promises to the Indian. This is justice, little bear. They will die. All of them will die.
They're still out there. They ain't leaving. What are they waiting for?
Darkness?
Darkness.
If they can get close enough, they'll swarm all over this place.
He's got the kid.
Now there's no reason for him not to burn us out.
Father, the Gypsies have been good to me. They cared for my mother. They nursed her. It is wrong.
You are my blood. But you have much to learn to be my son. The son of Hawk would not question the wisdom of his father.
Father, please listen to me. You don't understand what you are doing.
I see that you have been poisoned by living with the whites, I understand. You have much to learn. Little bear!
What is it?
Boy's coming back.
He was going to
Yes, Robert. We saw.
They're coming in a wave.
Take over here and don't fire until you're sure you can't miss. Save your powder, Eli. Well, they're on the run. I guess they're gonna lick their wounds. Trouble is, time's on their side. And so is darkness. Unless we can figure some way to even things out. How's your powder supply, Tom?
Well, I still have 2 full kegs, but it's rifle ball we're short on.
Do you have a couple of stone jars?
Yeah, full of maple syrup. Shall I empty them?
I'll do fine. Have you any lard?
Lots of bear grease.
Fine.
The darkness will be our ally. We'll move silently and quickly. They must hear nothing. They must see nothing until we are upon them.
But we have lost too many, Hawk. Some arrows of flame in the roof, maybe.
I have told you! We will use no fire while Little Bear is in that cabin. We kill white eyes. Only white eyes! Is there one who wishes to challenge the wisdom of Hawk?
Four rifle balls into 8. But how accurate will they be?
At close range, they're about as dependable as a whole ball, and that'll give us a few canisters.
2 shots each. What happens after they're gone?
Well, these will help some. Help improve the odds. And it'll give us a little light to shoot by if we're quick enough.
I don't like it. Not a sound out there, not a blade of grass stirring. You don't suppose they sneaked off?
They're out there, and they're close. It's time.
Closer, Daniel.
Get ready, Tom. Eli.
Remember, Daniel, we have about 5 seconds after we light them.
Gotta get them bunched up if this is gonna do any good. Little Bear, when I tell you, open the door just for a second. Let them see some light, but just for a second. Then slam it shut. All right, Little Bear. Now!
Now!
Mingo!
four of them. We got four of them, Dan, and they're turning tail.
Make it Hawk and about 8 left.
That should just about even things.
Well, they would, except we're out of shot. Tom, if we can hold out till daylight, we just might get help from Boonesboro.
Boonesboro?
Yeah, we've got plenty of bear grease left. Martha, gather up all the old rags you can find. Anything that'll burn and make a lot of smoke.
Right?
Good idea, Daniel. If you have any green wood, use that too.
A signal fire.
And there's always a man on the wall at Fort Boonesboro keeping an eye out for trouble.
Well, the smoke can be seen for quite some distance in the sky if there's no wind to dissipate it. They could be here in less than 2 hours.
Here you are, Daniel. This is all I can find in a hurry.
Thank you, Martha. Bring me that bear grease. All we can do now is wait until daylight. The smoke can be seen, and hope that Mr. Hawk waits too.
Let's get started.
Hawk! The cabin.
A signal fire. Koi! Get up on that roof. Take your coat. Close off that chimney. We will protect you with rifle fire. Quickly!
Daniel.
He's carrying a jacket. Hawk just sent somebody to block our chimney.
They don't have a single rifle ball left.
Martha, what did you do with that rifle ball you took out of Mingo's side?
It's still in that tin pot.
Hurry, Daniel, he's coming closer.
Go inside the cabin, then. One shot, Daniel.
Can you use this if you have?
With pleasure.
Come, my son.
I am not your son. You can kill me, but you can't make me your son.
I will squeeze the poison of the white eyes from your brain. I will teach you to hate. Hate your enemies.
You are my enemy.
Hawk! Hawk! Drop the rifle. Is that the feeling that you have for your son? To use him as a shield?
I will release my son when you drop your rifle in front of you. You would kill your true father for a white eye?
I will. If you come any closer, I will.
Little Bear, don't do it.
Good boy, Tom.
Yes, but it has learned too much too fast, Dan.
He can handle it. Young should recover a lot more quickly than their elders. It's easier for him now. A boy needs a father to show him the way.
I'm going to do my best to make him forget, but so much violence, and all because of one man's hate.
Little Bear?
Hate. Sooner or later, it ends up killing a man.
I just hope Hawk is the only one who's hurt.
Did that answer your question?
What do you got in there, huh? What's in there? What do you got in there? Nothing. I gotta have food. Food. You understand? I gotta have food.
What? I didn't have any, sir.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippenest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, With an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. And he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
What you want? You be quiet. Been wandering for a long time. Trees, woods. Been walking, it ain't eating. But my head hurts. It hurts. Listen, boy. Boy. What's your name?
Israel Boone.
You want to see me die, boy? Right here in the woods? No. You don't want to see that, do you? You gotta get me some food. Food. Some bread. Real bread. And some meat. Deer, bear, possum, it don't matter which. Hey, boy. Did you ever eat possum? Yeah. And they stewed it. You could smell it clear down the hill. My mouth was watering and there was rumbles in my belly. But they wouldn't give me none. They shot at me. That was it. That was it. I can't remember. Just don't remember. Where you live, boy?
In Boonesboro.
Well, you go there and you steal me some food. You understand? You steal me some food and you bring it right here to me. Or I'll come after you. I'll come after you.
I can't steal.
You can't. Look, I've been walking. I've been walking trying to get to... Trying to get...
If you're hungry, you can come with me to Boonesboro, and you'll get food, Mr. Tanner. My pa will feed you.
Oh, yeah. Sure. And get caught, huh?
Caught?
Get put behind bars or something, huh? Yeah. They tried that once, all right. That's why I keep wandering, so they don't catch up to me. You go get me some food.
Please, let go of me. Let go.
I bust you right now. You don't promise me. You don't promise me. I'll bust you. I got strength like I told you, boy. I'm hungry. And I got enough food. And I can't go no place. Further, they trap me. Now you go get that food for me. It's all right, boy. It's all right. Tanner's looking after you.
You gonna hurt me?
I don't hurt nothing. No little animals, no little birds. Nothing. Tanner scared you, didn't he?
I gotta go home, Mr. Tanner.
Yeah. Yeah, you go on home, boy. I don't like scaring little children. What's your name?
What?
Your name?
Israel Boone.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry that I scared you like I did, Israel. You feeling all right now? Well, you go on home. Go on home. Go on home. Go on home.
Well, what about the food?
Oh, that don't matter none. Just gonna sit right here and die in these woods. I won't be scaring children no more. Just you promise you won't tell nobody about Tanner, huh?
I promise.
Well, go on. Go on home. Fly. Go on. Fly away home.
If I had food, on me, I'd give it to you.
It's, well, I'm ashamed that I scared you like I did. Children always give you what they have.
But I ain't got nothing.
Go on, Sparrow. Go on. Fly away home.
Who are you?
What do you got there?
Huh? What?
You got food in there, ain't you? You got food.
It ain't food.
Possum meat, maybe? Or deer?
Now, look, mister. I'm just on my way back home to Boonesboro. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. I don't want no trouble with you. Now, just get out of my way and let me by. What's the matter? What's the matter, you mister?
Food.
I want food! I want food! I ain't got food! There's just birds in there! There's just...
Possum! I can smell it!
No!
Possum meat!
Oh, bless!
something for the books. A 10-year-old that won't eat.
I'm not hungry.
Well, if you don't eat, you won't grow.
The world's full of hungry people who'd appreciate a plate of food like that.
Well, that's a fact.
Pa, what would happen if a man doesn't eat?
Well, I told you, he won't grow.
Besides that, I mean if he doesn't eat for a long time.
Well, it's hard to say for everybody. Some people just sit, do nothing, give up.
Could it make a man strange in his head?
Could, I suppose. Israel, you've been walking around and moping all afternoon. You're getting wrinkles from worrying. What's the trouble, son?
It's something, Pa.
It's what?
Nothing, Pa. Nothing. Excuse me.
Mr. Trout, take this bait into your mouth. Take it deep and don't you spit it. There'll be fresh fish in the skillet.
You come back.
Bread and dried meat. I took it from my mom. I shouldn't have.
Here, give me that. Give me that. Oh. Just like sugar candy. Real bread. I ain't gonna die in these woods. I ain't. Israel? Why? Why'd you bring it? Why'd you steal it for poor Danny?
My pa was talking. I asked him something.
Oh. It's like honey on the tongue. Just like real sweet honey.
He was saying if a man doesn't eat, he could go out of his mind. And I didn't want that to happen. Besides, you didn't hurt me. Do you have any home, Mr. Tanner?
Home? The woods, boy. The woods. That's my home. Lived in a town once and they chased me away. Towns are no good. Towns are no good, boy. Everybody making fun of Tanner and throwing things.
Do you have any folks?
Well, my ma and pa. Hey, you know something? You know something? My belly ain't rumbling no more.
That rifle. Where'd you get it?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have no rifle. Don't know how come it got there. It's a mighty fine one. Puzzler, though. How'd this rifle get here anyhow?
It sounds like a man. And he's hurt.
Mr. Jenkins from Boonesboro. Look at his pack. Somebody must have tried to rob him and... Did you do this, Mr. Tanner?
Is Israel. You see, I remember your name. You see?
Is this how you got that rifle?
Listen, let's go back up where we were sitting, huh? I'll share this bread with you. It's good bread. It's fresh and sweet.
Did you do it?
I don't know. Don't remember nothing like it. Maybe I found this here rifle. I don't know.
The pack. You thought maybe you had food.
Now, don't you press me, boy. My head hurts when I gotta remember. Now, don't you press me.
It's me, Mr. Jenkins. Israel Boone. I'll get help. I'll get it right away. I'll get my pa.
Where are you going? Where do you think you're going, huh?
To get help.
Oh, no, boy, no, boy. You ain't going no place. You ain't bringing nobody here.
But he's hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna tell him. You're gonna tell him Tanner did this, huh? And it ain't true, because I don't remember. You're gonna tell him, and they're gonna come a-looking for Tanner. And maybe catch him, too.
But he's liable to die. Go.
They catch old Tanner, they'll put him away. They do that, old Tanner will die. They put me in a room once, but I got away. You don't call me bad names, you're my friend. You don't go a-throwing things and shooting guns at old Tanner. Because you're gonna stay with me, boy. We can go hunting and fishing, and we'll be free. You gotta stay in the woods to be free. Yes, sir. Like the wind and the rain. A-rolling and a-running, and a-hunting and a-fishing, and we're playing like a couple of cub bears a-romping in the spring. I'm gonna keep you with me all the time, boy. All the time.
Slip her on, tighten her up. It'll be as good as new.
Mac! Welcome home, welcome home.
Hey, Watkins, laddie.
Hey, Mac. Good to see you.
Okay, Daniel.
Mac, what'd you get?
Oh, sad reward. I went out a beggar and come back a beggar. A whole month of hunting, and all I got is a few mangy pelts.
What's the trace?
Aye, and the beaver was bad all the way, too. Oh, 'tis a sad year for beaver, Daniel, and a sad year for men.
All through here, Becky.
Well, Mrs. Davis and I aren't quite finished with quilting.
All right, I'll go after Israel. He may have fished his way further down the creek.
I used to go hunting with my pa. He was a big man, you know. Big like me. Yeah, he used to make things for me, too. Carvings with a knife. Dogs and a bear. And made a cat once. Oh, that sure was something. Yeah. The things he done for me. You cold, boy?
No.
I'll build a fire if you're cold.
I just want to go home.
Yeah. Yeah. So do I, boy. So do I. Ah! Ah! Ah!
What?
I used to call to it. Ah! Ah! Yeah, he was out in the field, behind the cabin and plowing. First time he ever let me plow. Oh, he was leading the horse and laughing at how the plow was banging me around. He had a big lamp, real big lamp, and a shouting, "You're doing fine, boy. You're doing just fine." And they came. They came out of the woods. Them Shawnees. Them murdering Shawnees! Them Shawnees! And they...
Please, Mr. Tanner, let me go home. I gotta get help for him.
Help? Help for who?
Mr. Jenkins over there. Come on, he could be dying.
Well, he should have told me he didn't have no food. It's his fault. He should have told me. And he shouldn't have started no fight, neither.
Then you did do it.
I wouldn't have hit him. It's his fault. And this here's his. Well, I got me a weapon. And I can get me some food now.
Sure, you can go away. When they come to get Mr. Jenkins, you won't be here. They won't find you. Please.
Help.
Chief.
Help me. Help. Somebody help.
Here. What happened, Jenkins?
I think my shoulder busted. Help.
What happened? I don't know. He said something about his shoulder being broken.
Dad, he's dead. I tell you, that man's crazy.
Easy, Jenkins. You're going to be all right.
Did you get him? Did you get him down?
Who?
That wild man in the woods. He jumped me. He hit me. He took my rifle and... Did you get him?
I didn't see anybody but you, Jenkins.
He's got your boy.
Israel?
Yeah. I heard him. I come to, and I heard him talking, him and Israel. He's wild. He's wild like an animal.
Take care of
He
him.
broke my
Wait
shoulder
up, Dan.
like
Wait up.
He's running loose.
We'll get up a party and hunt him down. There's no telling what a fellow like that'll do.
If he's as wild as Jenkins says, a crowd will only scare him.
Scary. He's got your boy, Daniel. What do you care about him? Now, we all got families here. An animal goes wild and dangerous in the woods, we cut him down.
I'm going to go alone, Watkins. He's my boy, and I'm going to do what I think best. Now, stay here, all of you.
One man ain't enough. I tell you, he's powerful. He's powerful like a bear.
We gonna let him go alone?
Well, you heard him. We're just going to stand here.
Get your rifles.
What are you doing,
Getting a
man?
party together to hunt that maniac and that boy.
Oh, you heard Daniel. It isn't what a mob. Could scare that poor banshee and he might harm the boy.
And what if he don't get him? There's still a madman running loose in the woods. We got families here, women and children.
Daniel will get him.
One man ain't enough. You heard what Jenkins said. A sick-headed fella like
Now,
this.
hold on,
my
Watkins.
party. Let go. I've got your rifles, man. It'll be dark soon.
We'll meet outside the fort.
They got the feeling for hunting. Mankind's a bitter sight sometimes. Well, you've no worry, lass. Daniel will get your band back for you. Did you hear me, lass? Israel will be all right.
Come on, move, boy, move. You hear me? You're dragging yourself. Move.
I can't go any faster.
You can fly, and I know it. But you're doing this deliberate. You want to see Tanner caught, don't you? Now move! Now, boy, just keep on going. And don't get me excited, will you? Don't stir me and make me do bad things. You gotta help Tanner. You gotta help him. You understand? You gotta help Tanner. I don't want to do no bad things no more. Now you're being Tanner's friend.
Listen to me. Don't do this. Daniel knows what he's doing. You heard him. You cannot go hunting a man like us, a wild animal.
You're coming, you're staying.
I ain't only putting Israel in more danger. Now, listen to me. Listen to me. Mobs don't help anything. Listen to me.
Come on. Come on. Oh, now come on. We gotta keep moving. Come on, now get up.
I can't. I'm tired.
Well, now Tanner ain't tired.
I ain't as big as Tanner.
Tanner feels good. Tanner feels strong like a bear.
Where are you taking me?
What was that?
Where are we going?
I don't know. Deeper. Deeper in the woods. I feel better when I'm deeper in the woods. Safer. And nobody can catch Tanner when he's snug and deep in the woods. No siree.
Let me go home, please. Let me go. I won't tell anybody.
Tell what?
What you did.
Well, now, I didn't do nothing. Except found a poor little bird lost from its mama in the woods. Now, come on, little bird. Come on. Up. You gotta keep hopping along. Come on, up.
I can't walk anymore.
Oh, well, then Tanner'll just carry the poor little bird. Come on, up we go. Up we go.
Let me go. Let me go home, please. Please, let me go home. Please.
Oh, berries. Berries. Oh, that makes my mouth water. Come on. You hungry? Well, you just go sit down. Tanner'll get you berries. Woods take care of you. Like having folks, kin to care for you. Oh, we're gonna have a good time, boy. A good time. Just us two, wandering and talking away. I'll even teach you what to... Running away from Tanner. Running to tell people where Tanner is, huh? I'll make you wish you was never born. I'll take you out. My head hurts. Oh, my head hurts. I'm gonna die in these here woods.
Please.
I'm gonna die.
Please let me go home, Mr. Tanner.
Ain't nobody got no home. Ain't nobody What he got? No home.
Listen, I'll take you to my home. My pa, he'd want me to.
Paul?
He must be following us. I mean, coming after me. We could go looking for him. Just sit here waiting for him. Listen, my pa, he's a good man. He's Daniel Boone. That's the best man there is. He'll take care of you. He'll take you home with us. You'll see.
Pa? Pa! Pa! They killed him. The Shawnees, they killed him. I saw him get him in the fields. And I ran. And I ran. And I ran. Back to the cabin to tell my mom. To warn her. All we did was get outside the cabin, just outside. And there they were. There they were. The Shawnees. The Shawnees. And they hit her. They hit her. And I saw it. And I yelled. And I jumped at him. And then they hit me too. Here, you can see it. Shawnees done that. Shawnees. They tomahawked me. First they killed my ma and pa. Then they tomahawked me. I weren't no more 12 years old. And when I come to, it weren't no home no more. It was a happy place. It weren't no more.
Mr. Tanner, I'm awful sorry.
Smashed everything. My pa. He used to make things for me and sing to me. And nothing was no more. Tanner had no home. Tanner had nothing. Nothing. Pa.
Tanner?
Come on, them bushes. Come on, them bushes. I'm gonna pull this trigger. Put that weapon down. Put it down. Who are you?
I'm his Paul. Israel's.
Yeah, that's it. Israel. And you're?
My name's Boone. Daniel Boone.
Boone. My head hurts, and sometimes I can't remember things. You ain't catching Tanner, though.
Didn't come to catch her. Came to get my boy.
Yeah? Well, he's my friend. My only friend.
Would you put that gun down?
He's staying with me. He ain't leaving me. You got a family, mister?
Yes.
Well, Tanner ain't got nothing. And I didn't do nothing. Nothing at all.
I want to take Israel home. And I want you to come with us.
What?
Come back with us. Things happen to men. I know about that. Come back with us and we'll look after you.
See, I told you my pa was kind.
To your home?
To my home. Now, just put that gun down.
You didn't come out to catch Tanner?
No.
Did hunt him down like a wolf or something?
Come home with us, Tanner. Put that gun down and come back with us.
You're lying, mister. You're lying! They're still hunting for Tanner. They're still hunting for him. But they ain't gonna catch Tanner. They ain't gonna catch him. No freedom for Tanner except in the woods. In the woods. Don't you come follow, mister. Something could happen to this little bird. Don't you follow.
Get back. Get back! I'll drop the next man who takes another step. I had my boy, and I had him. And he was coming peaceably, and then you came.
To help, Daniel.
I didn't need any help. I told you a mob would scare him. We got wives and children. It's our duty to protect them, Daniel. Hell, I may be getting Israel killed. He's my boy, and I'll get him my way. I'm going after him alone. Now, don't follow me.
What's that for? Mr. Boone, them's my ma's plates. Plates. Pa! Pa! Oh, Pa's out in the fields. I gotta tell him that there's guests at home.
You must have been a good man, too.
You know what my pa always says? Be kind. Be kind to strangers that are wandering, cold and lonely in the world. Don't he say right?
He said right, Mr. Tanner.
Yeah. Pa always says right. Always says right. And he always does right. That's right. But... Ugh. Murdering Shawnees. They come out of the woods.
Tanner? Israel?
No more shooting, Mr. Tanner. No more shooting.
You get away. Nobody's catching you. Keep off! Leave us alone, or somebody's gonna get hurt. Yeah!
Tanner! Tanner!
Are you listening? I ain't gonna be hunted down like no dog. Oh, somebody's hunting me. Now get away! Get away! Get away.
You can't do this, Mr. Tanner. You mustn't. That man out there, he's what? He's coming to visit you. A guest. This is your home. You gotta welcome him proper. He's your neighbor, a friend. You have lots of friends out there. Maybe he's hungry. Maybe he's cold and lonely. Been wandering these woods. But you gotta welcome him kindly. Be kind, your pa said. He's coming to visit you. You gotta welcome him kindly.
Pa? Pa, you out there? Pa, you bring neighbors? You bringing friends, Pa? Pa, you out there? Welcome, friend. Welcome to my home. Welcome.
He's dead, Pa. He's dead. He was welcoming you to his home. He was welcoming you. liked it here.
Israel, you're going to have to try to understand.
All he wanted was a place where he belonged.
Sometimes people who are usually decent they get scared. Somebody or something. And they stop thinking. They stop being themselves.
Come on, son. Let's go home.
On that.
Where'd you get it?
Made it.
Would you let me blow it once?
Keep it if you like.
Couldn't do that.
And why not? It's mine to give, and I can always whittle myself another one when I got need of it.
Well then, if you say so, sure do thank you.
My name's Willie.
Mine's Israel. Israel Boone.
Now that chair now. If you've got a bit of line, I'll lash it to the deck so she'll ride without quiver.
Sure. What's the matter? You sick or something?
Look here. Could I get in the back of your wagon? I gotta hide somewhere just for a bit, please.
Sure.
Put another one there. Lieutenant Parker of His Majesty's Royal Marines at your service, sirs. We have reason to suspect that there is a mutineer from His Majesty's ship, the Molly Shan, hiding hereabout. In accordance with Article 27 of the treaty between the British Empire and the United States of America, we request permission to search these premises.
Just see you keep your hands out of my pickle barrel.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Stokey. I just hope on my next trip to Charleston I won't have to bring this rocker back to you.
Oh, all Mrs. Boone has to do is sit in it once.
Is that your wagon, sir? I think I'd like to search it.
No, Pa, don't let him.
Well, now, son, it won't hurt anything to let him have a look.
Now, step aside, boy.
But I got everything in place and all tied up good. Please, Pa?
Well, Israel, you have done a good job. It would be a shame to have to do it all over again. Sorry, Lieutenant.
Do I understand that you're defying the stipulations of the treaty between your country and mine?
Well, now, Lieutenant, I'm not so sure your treaty necessarily covers this wagon. Israel, put these behind the seat. We've got a long way to go. Lieutenant Parker, bye, Mr. Stokey.
My regards to Mrs. Boone, Daniel.
Hurry up, Pa. Please.
truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripperest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
All right, son. Don't you think it's about time you told me what this is all about? Whoa.
Come on out. You all right? Come on. Pa, this is Willie.
Willie? Where are you figuring on heading, son?
He wants to go with us, Pa.
Now, you let him talk, Israel. He might want to go back to Charleston.
He doesn't want to go back, Pa. I know. He wants to go with us. Please, Pa.
Well, if you're going to go with us, you better climb on up so we can get started.
Thank you, Governor.
Is it rock good and easy, Becky?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, no, I could swear that chair was rocking when I stepped in. I figured you'd been trying it out.
Well, I wasn't. I just must have bumped into it as I crossed the floor, that's all. But I did not sit in it.
Oh, come on, Becky. Try it. Sit in it just once.
No.
All right, then I'll sit.
Daniel Boone. Now, you know we can't afford a luxury like that.
It'll be quite a spell before I take you back to Charleston.
Well, you're just going to have to get it out of my sight, then.
Cabin's the safest and driest place. It might rot out there in the lean-to.
Daniel Boone. Now, I'm a weak woman. And it just isn't fair to set a temptation like that right in front of my fire.
Becky, you are the finest temptation fighter in all of Kentucky, if not the whole world. Now, if you don't want to sit and rock in that chair, you won't. So now you just stop fretting. Willie's doing a right good job of patching the roof. That's one chore I can stop putting off.
Thanks to Willie, there are a number of chores you can stop putting off. He's already repaired the drawers in the highboy so they don't stick anymore. He's shored up the spring house, and he's built 3 new shelves. I don't think I've ever seen anybody quite so handy.
Becky, does he ever talk to you at all?
The only person he ever talks to is Israel.
Most he ever said to me was, "Thank you, Governor," and that's when we were leaving Charleston. Something sure got his tongue tied up.
Dan, do you suppose he is the mutineer those Marines were looking for?
I don't know, Becky.
Maybe I'd be more honest if I were to say I don't want to know.
Yeah, you came down that line like a ruddy orangutan. Oh, you'll get faster, though, when you get your growth.
When I get my growth, I'm faster than you are now.
You could be a foretop man with a bit of practice.
What's a foretop man?
Well, he mans the foretopsail. Hey.
You mean like on a ship?
That's right.
Boy, you know all about ships, don't you? What's wrong?
I can't say. Wouldn't know how to tell you. What's it like, Israel? Living in a house?
I don't know. You know it's...
I don't know. For the simple reason that I never lived in one. Must be grand, all right.
I reckon. Don't suppose I ever thought about it.
I thought a lot about it. Just now I thought, wouldn't I like to build myself a little house? Out there. Just live in it.
Why don't you? There's an old cabin you could fix up. You'd like it, I know you would.
Aye. But there's no chance for it.
How do you know? Listen, why don't you talk to my pa about it? Ask him. Why don't you?
Look here, do you think he might step out here and have a word with me?
Sure, I'll go get him.
No, don't hurry him now. He's having his tea.
Pa drinks coffee. I'll go get him.
Willie, I hear you're doing an uncommon amount of work for me.
Well, you might say it's work I know how to do. You see, Mr. Boone, I served as carpenter's mate on His Majesty's ship Molly Shawn. I'm sure you must have heard of the ship Molly Shawn, the terrible mutiny and all.
It seems I recall a Marine lieutenant in Charleston saying something about it.
Aye. Well, it's me the Marines are after. There was a mutiny on the Molly Shawn, and I was in it. When they catch me, I'll hang for sure.
How old are you, Willie?
Don't know for sure, sir.
Well, what'd you do in this mutiny? Kill somebody or...
Oh, I give you my word. I never raised my hand against a soul.
Well, in that case, what do they want to hang you for?
Because I didn't do all in my power to stop them. The law says I'm as guilty as the worst of them.
Well, could you have stopped them, Willie?
Oh, no, sir. They had knives and guns, and most of them in drink. It was horrible. They chopped up the captain and threw him overboard. And the purser, bosun, and the midshipman said they'd give me some of the same if I didn't stand my hammock out their way. Without you and Israel, I'd be properly hung and gibbeted by now. I want to stay here, Mr. Boone. But would you let me?
Willie, it's not for me to say. But it is a free country.
Aye, it is. Then you wouldn't turn me in?
No.
But if the people here should find out what I've just told you...
And the folks here in Boonesboro are not so interested in the man's past. But they're more interested in what he's going to do right here and now.
Oh, bless you, sir. There can be no doubt what I intend to do right here and now. I intend to find a solid piece of timber and lay the keel for my own little house.
Lay a keel for a house?
You're gonna have to excuse me, Governor. It's gonna take me a while to get the salt water out of me talk.
Dust and clean. Seems like that's all I ever do around here is just dust and clean. I get sweet. Same old. Come in and misuse my place, and this is the way it looks. Well, I'll say one thing for you. You never sneak up on a man. I always hear you coming. Willie, how's that new house of yours coming?
The deckhead's secure.
Deckhead's secure, huh?
Aye. And the Boones have promised to come and have a look-see this evening. My very first visiting, you might say. I was wondering if you come too.
Well, I'll say one thing. There ain't a soul in this settlement that ain't curious as to what's going on out there. I would be proud to come and have a look-see.
In that case, I'll take a jug of your best rum.
A jug of my best rum. Jug, my best rum.
Miss Overstreet paid me for making her a porch seat and a spindle chair.
Willie, I've never known you to take a drink before.
No, sir. And very likely you never will. For you and Mr. Boone this evening, when you see my little house, you may have need for a drop. Then, too, it's good to keep in the cupboard. Now that I'm settled in, maybe folks will come and visit me once in a while.
Well, you can count on that. Seems to me, next to Daniel Boone himself, you got more friends than anyone in Boonesboro.
Oh, my, Willie, the place looks beautiful.
And mighty comfortable looking, too.
And that chair you made us, he and I are always arguing over who's going to sit in it most.
Fine workmanship, Willie.
Israel, get down from there.
Wish I had a bed like this.
I expect it might make it a bit easier to dust under.
That's not why the ship captains have them. It's so they can sleep on an even keel even when the sea runs high. Right, Willie?
Right, Israel.
Dan, I think now might be the proper time.
All right. Willie, this is not new, but at least it's serviceable. At least that's what Cincinnati says.
Well, it's got a trigger.
At any rate, it's from all of us, and, well, we just think you ought to have one.
I got just the place for it. I was gonna get one as soon as I could afford it anyway.
Would you let me shoot it sometime?
Of course. Should I warm up your team up?
No, thank you, Willie.
Mrs. Overstreet?
No, thank you.
Cincinnati?
Oh, well, since how it's my own, I will have.
Good old Cincinnati.
I tell you, I just can't get over how you put this place together all by yourself. Yes, sir, it's just as neat and clean as a captain's cabin on a fine ship.
Fine job.
Willie, you have been more than hospitable. But I think it's time for us to go.
I think so.
Thank you all for stopping in.
See you later, Willie.
Good night, Willie.
Much obliged, Willie.
Good night, Willie. Thank
Good
you.
night, Mr. Booth.
Thank you, Mr. Willie.
Willie, I know you're proud of your house with good cause. I just want you to know that we're all proud of you. And with good cause. Good night.
Blimey. He cuts himself up like a landlubber, but it's you all right. William Crawford. little berth you have here, ain't you? Very snug indeed. Ooh. Well, where are your manners, baby lad? You going to stand there gawking while a tired old shipmate gets faint on his feet, eh? I see I'll have to help myself, won't I?
Who are you, anyway?
Who am I, anyway? My name's George Perkins, bosun's mate on the good ship Surprise, but I swallowed the anchor for shore duty. I see you look scared out of your wits. I haven't brought the British Marines with me, if that's what you're thinking.
How do you know my name's Willie Crawford? If it is my name.
Carpenter's mate, William Crawford, serving on His Majesty's ship Molly Shawn, formerly. Oh, have a sit, baby boy, have a sit. I wouldn't harm you for anything in the world. Just an old shipmate, paying a friendly visit. You know, I rode down here with a preacher, man. He hadn't got a drop in his wagon. I'll tell you something, baby lad, I'd sooner sail round Cape Horn in a longboat than I would make that voyage overland from Charleston Harbour.
And why wouldn't an old sailing man like yourself be coming way out here to Boonesborough?
Well, I ain't a Molly Shawn mutineer who doesn't like the thought of hanging from the yardarm.
I had no part in that mutiny.
I believe you, lad, I believe you.
I had to do what they told me.
And what did they tell you?
They told me to play my flute so they could dance on the quarterdeck.
Play your flute, eh, so they can dance. I'll tell you something, baby lad. I'd have gone my way in Charleston that day, only had to stop for a mug of grog, and then, you know, I suddenly heard you piping a sailor's tune, and I stopped to listen, and then the sun caught that little bit of silver, and, oh, baby lad, I fancied it. Of course, I knew you were hiding from the blooming Marines, but I fancied it. I still fancy it. Well, you got your name cut right into it. William Crawford. You've had the devil's own luck, you a wanted man running from the crown. It's a miracle you haven't had to trade that silver chain for a length of hemp. How did a bucko like you get a piece of silver like that, eh?
I don't know. I always had it, ever since I can remember. How come you didn't turn me in that day in Charleston? I expect there's a price on me head.
Oh, might be a small reward, but not much. Not one of the leaders, are you? Besides, why should I do a thing like that? Nobody wants to be an informer. Unless, of course, they has to. Blimey, where does a sailor like you get all these victuals and rum so far from the sea, eh?
I do work for the folks in the settlement. Make something they need or mend something that's broke. I get along.
Yeah, I can see that. What more can a man want than a warm cabin and plenty to eat and drink, eh? Blimey, a real captain's berth. Ho, 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 ho. I've always wanted to sleep like a ship's master. Ho, 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 ho. Ah. Stop staring and close your mouth unless it's open to say good morning, Mr. Perkins.
You pinched it.
What's that? Can't hear what you say.
My good luck piece, you pinched it.
Oh, pinched it. What a thing to say. Oh, what a thing to say. I borrowed it, that's all. Plain to see, baby boy, it brought you some good fortune. Thought it might do the same for me.
How'd you get it off me? Without me knowing?
Well, you're a baby, aren't you? And you sleep like a baby. I sleep pretty well myself, but I sleep ever so lightly. When a man's lived with murdering cutthroats as long as I have, he learns to sleep with one eye open. And a knife in his hand. Oh, well, we just have a little bit of an eye-opener and a bite to eat, and then perhaps take a look at Boomsbury. Oh, blimey, this jug's empty.
And you'll be better off without it.
It's rum what keeps me on an even keel. I'll thank you to fetch me a fresh jug.
I don't have another.
Oh, I know. I had a look in the old galley while you were sleeping. Even the poorest and meanest cows have better stores.
Well, I eat supper where I work mostly. It's the way some folks have of paying for the job. There's biscuits in the bread barge.
Biscuit? I ate my last biscuit when I left the sea, thank you. Come on, we get something proper for a man to eat and something proper to wash it down with.
It costs money, you know. Have you got any coins?
Well, not just at the moment, no, but I did have. I think it must have been about 6 years ago. I had half a crown, but for the life of me, I can't remember what became of it. Yeah.
Cincinnatus?
Hell, Willie. Yeah, you caught me that time. How come I didn't hear you tootle on your flute?
I need to put in some stores.
Well, you come to the right place. You might add the only place.
This is a friend of mine. Perkins. George Perkins.
How'd you do?
Howdy. Well, I expect you'll be needing some lard and flour and peas.
I need a good deal of things, Cincinnatus. Only I don't have any coins in my pocket.
Well, you'll get 'em soon enough. As far as I'm concerned, your credit's just as good as gold.
There you are, Willie boy. What did I tell you, eh? Oh, before you get Willie's stores together, pour me a mug of your best, will you, mate?
I, don't recall having seen you around Boone's before, Mr. Perkins.
I haven't been round these parts before.
You, just passing through or gonna settle down and stay?
sure and can't afford to be angry, especially with someone who knows who he is and can get in touch with the Marines at Charleston.
Well, why don't you just do it? Turn me in and have done with it.
Even an old sea dog like me knows that a wise man doesn't kill the cow, he milks it. Oh, now, Willie. Come and have a sit, baby boy. Let's talk it over and you'll find things aren't so bad as they seem. Sit down now, Willie. Let's regard this as a business proposition, shall we? You got something I want, a fair little cabin, enough to stave off my hunger and thirst. Now, that's not asking much in return for me keeping my mouth shut, is it? I promise I'll do that, provided you stick to your end of the bargain, of course.
My fair little cabin is fouled. And I'm in debt for your rum and your fancy victuals. I've a good mind just to run off again.
If you got a brain in your head, you'll stay here with me and eat what I've got to say. Listen, there ain't a port, there ain't a vessel what's not watching for you, and they'll never stop. Till the end of your days, they'll be after you. Besides, you wouldn't like to get your friend Mr. Boone into trouble. Would you?
Lily, it's me, Israel. Are you home? Ma sent me. That is, to tell you that she has some chores for you. That is, if you have a mind to work this morning. There'll be dumplings for supper, Will. Won't you come?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I can.
I'll wait for you. Out here.
No. You go on home. Tell your ma I'll be along. When I can. Mrs. Boone wants me to do some work for her.
Yes, so I heard. And she'll pay for your labor with dumplings. Ha! You can't buy much rum with dumplings, baby boy. You know, it's just as well I turned up when I did. These landlubbers beginning to take advantage of you. If you do a day's work, you ought to get a man's pay for it, not just doled out a ration of mush and turnips.
There's little money to be had here.
There's little of anything to be had here. This blooming place is like a hull in the doldrums. That's why I think we ought to be clearing out.
This is my home. The only one I ever had. I worked hard on this place.
Then you can work hard on another place, can't you, in a more civilized neighborhood where there's coin to be had and something for a man of my sensibilities to do of an evening.
See you coming?
It's a good thing I wasn't a mean old hungry bear. It's me like you were thinking some mighty heavy thoughts. Anything wrong I should know about?
It's Willie, Pa. There's this new man named Perkins come to stay with him. Well, he says he's a friend, but he's not like Willie at all. All this cussing and drinking and... Well, ever since there's been no fishing and hunting, every time I go over there, he barely talks to me. What do you reckon's wrong, Pa?
Hold on, son. You say Willie has a friend that's come to live with him?
Won't you come in, Mr. Boone?
Thank you, Willie. Just leave the door open if you don't mind.
Oh, I say, that's Mr. Daniel Boone, ain't it? How do you do? I'm Mr. Perkins, Mr. George Perkins.
Mr. Perkins, it's not often a seafaring man finds his way this far back into the wilderness.
How do you know I'm a seafaring man, eh?
Just how do you know I'm not?
Oh, well, I mean, nobody goes down to the sea with the hide of a beast on their backs, do they? You know, if I'm going to be a landlubber, I must be properly outfitted like. I must dress like you, Willie and Mr. Boone. I mean, I'll tell you, you know, Willie's very smart with the needle, Mr. Boone. Oh, Mr. Boone, come over here and have a little drink, won't you? Oh, what's wrong with me? Oh, never felt like this before.
It's the drink, that's all. He'll come around in a bit. He knows I'm a Molly Shawn. He saw me hiding your wagon that day in Charleston.
And as long as you give him food and drink, he'll keep a bridle on his tongue.
That was the bargain.
Well, that's not much of a bargain, Willie. It's plain to see he's got you between finger and thumb. Look at this mess. Look what he's done to you.
There's no help for it.
Not as long as you keep him in food and drink. Just suppose you were to disappear for a spell. More than likely you'd give up and go away.
No, sir. He'd tell how you brought me here and all. I could get you in an awful lot of trouble.
Well, I'm not exactly a stranger to trouble, Willie.
You saved my life, Mr. Boone. Gave me my little house and my friends. I'd sooner hang than bring you to grief.
All right, son, now get your breath and tell me.
Those Marines, Pa. Those British Marines. After Willie. They're at the fort.
Well, now, who told you there were Marines at the fort?
Nobody told me. I saw them. Same one that tried to get in our wagon in Charleston. He said the story asking Cincinnati about Willie.
Well, what'd Cincinnati say to him?
I didn't wait to find out.
If I know Cincinnati, they know less now than when they ask it. It's likely they'll come looking for me. Do you think you can get back to our house before they get there?
Sure, Pa.
All right, I want you to go and tell your ma that if they come looking for me, that she's to delay them as long as she can. You understand? All right, now, son, make haste.
We'd like to see Mr. Boone.
Oh, won't you come in? Dan isn't here right now, but he'll be back most any moment. Well, won't you sit down and make yourselves comfortable? I've got lots of nice hot tea here.
On your feet, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Boone, we'd hoped that Mr. Boone could tell us where to find William Crawford.
I'm sorry Dan isn't here, but if you just sit down and wait.
Could you tell us where to find William Crawford?
If you just sit down for a spell, maybe you'd like some nice cool cider. I know you must be tired.
No, thank you.
Well, if you just sit and wait for my husband.
I'm afraid it would be a long wait. I suspect your husband is with William Crawford.
Are you just going to stand there and wait for him?
I can't run anymore. They'll never stop hunting for me. And there'll always be a George Perkins.
You just lost heart, Willie. Got a good mind to take you someplace till they give up looking for you.
I'd only turn myself in. I swear it.
Willie! Where are you, Willie? Pipe us a tune, Willie. We're becalmed again.
There'll be no more tunes, Mr. Perkins. Get out of here so I can clear up my house before the Marines come and get me.
Marines? You stay where you are and tell me what you said about the Marines.
You should know. You're bound to be the one that informed on me.
I never did.
Well, you'll be collecting your reward. Your blood money.
The only reward I'll get's a rope round my neck. They got 2 murders at sea against me, I tell you. I came here to hide with it just like you did. Well, I'm going to make a run for it. I'm going to get out of here. You're a bigger fool than I thought, staying here like a rat in a trap. Mr. Boone, he lied me out just like he did you. He lied me to protect you.
No, you can't involve him anymore.
Hang easy, Willie.
Far from home, Lieutenant?
Very far. And I don't like it.
Well, you can always turn around and go back.
I will. And I shall take William Crawford with me. Now, I know he's here, Mr. Boone, and I shall tell you how I know, so we won't waste time bandying words. That day in Charleston, Mr. Boone, I learned a bit later that your son was seen with a young seaman.
Now, you've come a long way on a suspicion, Lieutenant.
We have also had reports that there is a man, a seaman, living in Boonesboro. Now, unless I receive some cooperation, Mr. Boone, I have no choice but to conclude that you are harboring Mr. William Crawford, a mutineer against the authority of the British Crown. Do you deny, Mr. Boone, that there is a young seaman here named William Crawford?
Lieutenant, the folks here in Boonesboro don't regard Willie as a criminal. Now, he's made a new life here and a host of friends. And Willie has told me that he did not take part in that mutiny, and I believe him. Now, I just can't let you haul him off and hang him.
Sergeant McIntosh, go in and search that house.
I don't think you ought to do that. You may have your orders, but that gives you no right to enter a man's house bearing arms and drag him out. You're on foreign soil, Lieutenant.
Halt!
Don't shoot!
He's still alive, sir. William Crawford, I arrest you in the name of the king.
No, I'm not. You got...
Look at his hand, sir. This man spent his life at sea, all right.
Poor fellow. At least he won't have to run anymore.
Mr. Boone! Mr. Boone!
Don't look now. He's dead. Willie is dead.
What do you mean, Willie's dead? I'm...
Gonna have another drink? Good idea, what with the shock and all.
Who are you?
A friend of the deceased. A drinking companion, you might say, Lieutenant. Look at him. He's hardly in any condition to stand. I best get him off to bed.
Hold on, Mr. Boone. I need proof. Some verification that the dead man is William Crawford.
I don't know how I could help you, Lieutenant, or why I should. What makes you doubt that's your man?
The ship's records indicate that William Crawford was a much younger man.
Oh? How young?
About 16. About that young fellow's age.
16, Lieutenant? 2 years before the mast? Don't tell me the British Navy impresses 14-year-old boys.
Well,
Sir? Sir, I found this on the body.
You can't take that.
That's his friend's only keepsake.
William Crawford. Amazing. It's engraved right on the back. And he wore it.
And when you add that to the fact that his hands give him away as a seaman, and I can testify that his accent is British, so I don't know what else you need, Lieutenant.
I suppose I could settle for that in good conscience.
Well, now, that's important. A man's got to live with his conscience, and well, I think you're a very lucky man, Lieutenant.
I'd say we've all been struck with a bit of luck, Mr. Boone.
Poor fellow, we'll see that he gets a decent burial.
Sergeant McIntosh.
Up.
Prepare to march. Here. I suppose he'd want you to have it. Sergeant.
Good luck coin. That's what Perkins called it.
Yeah, it could be, Willie. Well, sometimes I like to think you have to give your luck a little push.
Why are you standing there staring a hole through me?
Well, I didn't mean to. I'm just a mite surprised and pleased to see that old Temptation fought out against you just this once.
Temptation had nothing to do with it. The matter was taken out of my hands.
Oh?
Those Marines. One of them sat in it before I had a chance to stop him.
Well, now, what'd that have to do with it?
Well, it certainly wouldn't be right to return a used chair to Mr. Stogie, would it?
Be downright dishonest. And since we have it here in the cabin and we can't take it back, it'd be wasteful not to use it.
But it's even more wasteful to sit here all day when there's supper to be made. Especially since we have a guest.
A guest?
Mm-hmm, Willie. We're having the trout he and Israel caught this afternoon.
You are a prisoner, senor, or dead. Which?
Prisoner.
Bueno, ahora amárela. Vámonos.
He did it. Boone's got himself captured. Now, if Captain Billy Carver has been killed, let's hope Boone can get the job done alone.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripperest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
An American like you in that coffin. He was stupid enough to try to escape. Do not be so stupid. There is no possible escape. Over here. Your new home, Port New Madrid, where you will be privileged to work for the greater glory of King Charles and Spain. Sargento Ramirez, a sus órdenes, capitán.
Solo tres esta vez. Son todos tres.
Sí, capitán.
First, I will answer the question in your mind. You're caught hunting illegally on Spanish territory.
This ain't Spanish. It's American.
We are here to protect Spain's rightful claim to this territory. That is why we are building this fort. When it is finished, it will be occupied by Spanish troops from New Orleans. Then there will be no question as to whose this territory is. I tell you this so you will understand why it is important for you to work hard and to build quickly. Do as you're told, and you will eat and avoid punishment. You will sleep in that tent at night. From sunup to sundown, you will quarry stone, you will cut trees, you will haul and load and build.
Listen, you ain't got no right. We're free Americans.
Se quedará callado ahora, señor.
You will see guards all around you. At sundown, there is a curfew. Any prisoner caught outside of the barracks after dark will be shot on sight. Ahora, llévelos a su tienda.
Sí, capitán. Move.
Puerco.
More fellow prisoners of merciful Spain. Zeb Brand.
Howdy.
I'm Billy Carver. He's Hugo Doffer.
Where are you from, mister?
Kentucky.
What's your name?
Daniel.
That's all? Ain't you got no anchor to that?
Jimson. How long you been in here?
About a month now, I reckon.
For me, it's been 3 weeks. Just like Hugo.
Tonto!
Nick, about your brother. I said a prayer for him.
18. Just 18 years old. That was his brother he was burying.
Hugo's the only one here with a regular job. He's a stonemason. The rest of us do everything else.
Did anybody else get shot trying to escape?
Look, we don't talk about that.
You shouldn't have tried. Nobody should try. They treat us good here.
Treat you good. Keep you locked in prison? Working you like slaves?
Mister.
What are you going to do about it? Zeb. What's the matter with him?
They don't want to get no trouble. Listening to you, to what you're saying. There's an informer in this tent. We don't know who he is, but he's quick. He's quick and sharp as a rattlesnake.
You are here less than one day, hardly one night, and already are agitating, inflaming the men. We will teach you to hold your tongue. Sargento. Tres, 24, 25 es bastante.
Just a taste of the rest, senor. You! Untie him. Take him back to the tent.
Way to get to talk.
Sure glad to see you, Boone.
They didn't know whether you were alive or dead or what had happened.
Okay, watch it now.
It was a piece of luck they chose you to drag me in here.
All right. This lard's gonna help. I'm sure you know by now that this fort's gonna be finished soon. And the Spanish troops will be up here from New Orleans. What's happened to the Virginia militia?
They won't have a force they can spare for at least a month.
A month? By that time, the Spanish will be here and established.
Then we'll just have to do it ourselves, Billy.
I haven't been able to do anything alone. You see how we've been guarded.
How many men do they have in their force?
13 men and Captain Miro. But with their guns, they might as well be 100.
Well, you know our mission. To destroy the fort or to take it.
It's easy to say.
We'll just have to buy time.
How?
By any means it comes to hand. Of course, we'll need all the help we can get from our fellow prisoners.
We can't count on them.
The informer?
Yeah, whoever he is, he has them scared stiff. He has a way of getting word to the Spanish the moment one of us even thinks rebellion. You saw what happened to you.
And the first thing we'll have to do is find that informer.
Don't you think we've tried?
Don't you have any idea who he is or how he does it?
I suspect everyone. But I haven't got a good reason to suspect anyone.
And that sort of ties our hands, doesn't it?
For the moment, we're going to have to keep working for the greater glory of Spain.
Beautiful, huh? You should be proud, senores, to help build such a fortress for King Charles and for the honor of Spain. You should be pleased for the chance to work. These stones, which are unfit for the walls of this building, you will transport for the construction of our well. Alvarez, este. Y estos dos. You will work the rock quarry today. Pronto. You, unload.
I warned you about that informer, didn't I?
Quick as a rattlesnake.
Quicker. That's why you've got to keep your mouth shut.
There's a curfew at night, isn't there? Anybody caught outside the tent shot?
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody left our tent last night, yet the captain knew everything I said.
That's the way it always happens.
How?
That, mister, is something we'd all like to know.
Hot dishwater.
Only had meat once since I've been here.
But that wasn't meat, that was buckskin.
Well, you figured it.
Still thinking.
Something just two men can do.
In case we can't find out who the informer is. What about Hugo?
Hugo?
The night I got here, he was saying how good the Spanish treat you.
You mean you think that Hugo might be the informer?
He's been around a long time.
Oh, Mick's been here longer. Of course, with his brother being shot, that would eliminate him.
Cache of gunpowder in that little building looks mighty inviting. Two men would seem like a lot more if they could get hold of the keg of it.
Do you have an idea how we can get it?
Not yet.
Tomorrow, I have the rock shaping job at the powder house. He switches around from time to time for precaution. Now that's going to have us working side by side.
It seems like an opportunity we ought to use before Hugo finishes walling it in.
Maybe we can work something out. But if we get caught stealing that powder...
I don't like to think about it.
Ruin my mix.
Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I'm finished! I'm not working here anymore! Billy, I'm nobody's slave! Billy. Come on, help me! Don't just stand there! You're afraid to shoot! Sergeant, this is what I think of that flag! This is what I think of the Spanish! Billy,
pasa? ¿Qué pasó? Capitán. Mira lo que hizo este puerco a nuestra bandera.
You have no right to keep us here. This is American territory.
Páralo al poste de castigo.
I'm not working under that flag anymore.
It's right under me, isn't it? Just 50 lashes.
It was worth it.
You got a notion yet?
Gonna spread the powder spoonful at a time against the stockade wall.
Spread.
How you feeling, Billy?
Oh, I'll make it.
Attaboy.
Mix the gunpowder with lard. That way'll stick to the wall and won't blow away. The lard will help make a fire that'll spread like wildfire. While the Spanish are fighting the fire and the panic zone, we'll jump them, take their guns, and take over.
Just the two of us.
We're gonna recruit 2 more men.
Which 2? We can't trust any of them for certain.
Trust those 2 over there. When they arrived, the informer was already here. Where are they working tomorrow?
On the stockade wall.
Good. We can hit both ends of the stockade at the same time.
Have you talked to them yet?
Can't risk it in here. We'll recruit them tomorrow.
Todos. Levántase, pronto.
Arriba.
I ought to shoot them now. Planning an escape. For tomorrow night?
That's a lie.
A lie? Regístrelos. Mira. A lie. Let it be a lesson, senores. We know everything. We hear everything. These 2 pigs are planning an escape. You will escape. To 50 lashes. Tómenlos.
Ándale.
Pleasant dreams, senores.
Get others.
From in here. We can't trust anyone else.
There will be after we find out who the informer is. We can trust all of them.
Good morning, senores. A glorious day to work, is it not? A pretty sight, isn't it? Remember it. Now, to work. Move! Pronto, move!
¡Muévase! ¡Cuidado, hay uno! ¡Vibra! ¡Detrás!
Bueno, muerto. Eres un hombre muy rápido.
He sure was right.
What's that?
Quick man.
Oh, is that what he said? I just heard them rattles. That's all. Just heard them rattles.
Yelled Vibro, which means snake. Zeb turned just like a flash. And he understood everything the guard said afterwards.
So he understands Spanish, so what? You do, a lot of people do.
He insisted that he didn't.
Look, Zeb's no informer.
Why'd he lie?
You'd have to be Spanish yourself to go along with him. With his blonde hair and blue eyes.
Blondes in northern Spain.
Even so, is that proof enough?
Maybe not. If we could just figure out how the contact is made. And with what happened today, I think maybe I can find out.
Arriba! Time to work. Up and down. Up and out.
Keep a lookout for me.
What are you doing?
Paper and charcoal.
Sergeant.
How's that? That better be a good excuse.
It's better. Had something in my boot. Charcoal and paper.
Look, someone could have planted it on him.
We can't delay much longer.
I still can't believe it, Zeb.
gonna have to take a calculated risk.
How?
Smoke him out. Make him show his hand.
All right. When?
I'm gonna start right now. Yeah, well, stitching time, eh? Keep smiling, so everybody will think we're having a friendly little chat.
What?
Smile. I got something for you. Friendly warning. It's a nice job. My wife couldn't do much better. The men are going to draw lots tomorrow to see who should kill you. They think you're the informer, so you better get out of here. Well, you're almost as good as the Philadelphia tailor.
So, mis pájaros. Candles out. You will need your sleep. Tomorrow is going to be a very big day. For work. Get to bed now.
Now we're going to find out.
You, out. Pronto. Out.
What is it? What's going on?
What do they want Zeb for?
That's all they can do. Work you like a pack horse and then roust you out for a whipping, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all.
Shut up, Mick.
I ain't gonna shut up. I ain't some kind of dog you can kick around. If I ever get out of here, if I ever find out who that informer is, I'll kill him. I swear, and I'll kill him.
You shut up. He'll pull you out next.
No, he won't. Not him. He's not the next one.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I'm next.
¿Cómo lo averiguaron? ¿Hiciste algo tonto?
No sé cómo lo averiguaron, pero no puedo regresar, no puedo.
No me interesa. Los riesgos. Debo saber qué es lo que pasa, ¿eh? Y tú has hecho eso imposible. Arriba.
You're Daniel Himson. So the men think that he is my informer.
They don't think, Captain. They know.
But I do not have an informer.
You mean we're mistaken? Zeb is innocent?
I am a man of honor. It is beneath me to use spies.
Are you going to send him back to the tent?
Do not play games with me, senor. Do not go too far.
Because if you're going to send him back, you better tell him not to pass any more messages under the tent.
Sácalo. Déjalo dormir con nosotros. Sácalo. So, the men were going to draw lots to choose one to kill him, and you warned them.
That's right. I saved his life. I did him a favor.
That is commendable. An act of true mercy. You are like a saint. But why? Is your brother? Is even your good friend?
Nothing like that.
I have a choice. Either to let you leave or to have you executed. Having you shot means nothing to me. It is like shooting an animal in the forest. One more or one less is no trouble to me. So, you will speak the truth. You understand, huh?
I understand.
Now, why? Why did you warn him?
I figured he was working for you for a reason. A good reason.
He ate your food. He slept where you slept. He worked hard like you.
But he's Spanish. I found that out. He took the food and conditions because of that. Because he knew your government would reward him for services rendered.
You are not stupid, senor.
And I want to be rewarded, too. When this job is finished, you can't afford to let these men go to tell how this fort was built. You might take them to New Orleans, lock them up, but more than likely you'll have them killed.
But you, if you worked for me, you cannot afford to talk about anything.
But you can let me go. That's my reward.
Diablo! You are clever. I do not trust clever men.
And you have a fort to finish, and to do it, you need to know what's going on with the men.
Do not twist me around, senor.
I merely did you a favor. You, Zeb Brand, myself, did you all a favor.
And what will you tell the men if I send you back?
I'll tell them the truth.
What?
Part of it, anyway. They would have been punished, whipped, starved, if they'd have killed Zeb Brand. It would have been worse for them. I'll tell them I did it for them, to protect them. That you were grateful for my saving Zeb's life. They'll understand. They're reasonable men.
But if they do not believe you, they will kill you.
That may be. But if they're punished, whipped, and starved anymore, the work on this fort will suffer, and you won't be finished on time. Now, do I go back or don't I?
Yes. Because I have no choice. Yes, and you work for us. You work for Spain. Sargento.
Sí, mi capitán.
Regréselo a las barracas de los prisioneros, ¿eh? Está con nosotros. Ahora. Sácalo. What's going on? Okay, you better tell us. Somebody better talk.
I found out who the informer was.
Who?
Zeb Brand.
Zeb?
Billy and I caught him putting notes under the tent while you were sleeping.
This is the truth. Daniel trapped him.
And I got him out of here.
Zeb. And you got him out? Well, he's the one that got my brother killed. I'll kill you for that, mister. I'll kill you.
Nick, you're not going to kill anybody. That's why I got him out of here, so we could do our job. Now, I've got a barrel of gunpowder hidden right in this tent.
Gunpowder? What job? What are you talking about?
about destroying this fort. The fort's occupied by Spanish troops from New Orleans before it becomes a Spanish territory forever.
Who are you, mister?
He's Daniel Boone.
From Kentucky?
Billy here is from the Virginia militia. And neither of us here by accident. We were both sent here to do the same thing, to destroy this fort.
Destroy a fort with one keg of gunpowder?
We're gonna burn the stockade, jump the guards in a panic, and then take over.
And when the time comes, each man will mix a handful of gunpowder with lard. And when he passes the stockade wall, he'll place his handful against the wall. Once it's ignited, it'll be a fire they can't put out.
The storeroom. Why not blow that up? It's full of gunpowder.
While we're all in the fort, blow ourselves up.
All right. All right, when do we start?
We'll make our plans tonight, after today's work. You better get back to your bunks. Mitch, I know how you feel about your brother, but I had to get Zeb out of here for the good of everybody.
I'll kill him. I swear it.
Arriba! Up! Out! Move! Move! Time to work.
Murder.
Cuidado. ¡Caramba!
Es un exigioso. So, you did it, huh?
You carried out your sentence, huh? And you did not convince them not to kill the brand, huh? Beast! That is all you are, and you will suffer for this. I am the law on this fort. And only I can take it into my own hands. Only I. He was one of us. One of mine, a loyal servant of Spain. Well, senors, I will teach you a lesson you will never forget. Sargento.
Sí, capitán.
Madeira, you will bring them lumber. They will bury our comrade in arms. They will give him a distinguished funeral. I will make them show him respect. And after you have buried him, there will be a punishment for all of you. For the murderer, 100 lashes. If he survives, he will work till he drops. No food, no sleep, until he dies of exhaustion. As for the rest of you, because you must also be punished, you will not stop work at sundown, but you will continue your labors for 2 hours more each day. And for 1 week, beginning now, you will all be on short rations. Que se vayan a trabajo.
Sí, capitán. ¡Sácalo! Now, pigs, to work. Move!
What do we do now? I reckon we'll build a coffin. Bury the informer.
You mean do what they want us to, and then let them work us to death?
They've just given us a better way.
What are you talking about?
They've just given us a way to blow up this powder house while we're safe outside the fort.
About finished?
Yeah. That should do it.
How about the plug?
Yes.
It works. The powder and a blanket. Get rid of this. Remember, when we carry it, this end has to stay up and this end of the coffin has to stay down. Now, who's got the candle?
Here it is.
Billy, be sure and stay behind us.
Right.
You know something? It seemed like in the end, maybe Zeb do us all a good turn. Huh?
Alto! Benito! Clumsy pigs! Pick it up! Pick it up! You got it.
Tell your men to drop their arms.
Bajen las armas! Bajen las armas!
All right, hold it. What are you going to do now, senor? You will kill us all, I suppose.
Daniel, I sure like to accommodate the man.
Give me the pleasure. No, we won't kill them for the same reason they didn't kill us. There's a job to be done here. And I think we're all a bit overworked. We're going to dismantle this fort, log by log and stone by stone.
That's a wonderful idea. What are we going to do with them when they finish?
We're going to let them walk back to New Orleans and tell their superiors there's no fort left.
We will be back, senor. In force.
By the time you get back to New Orleans, your Spanish ambassador will be writing embarrassed apologies. No, Captain. Spain is finished on this part of the Mississippi. Now, I suggest you start by dismantling this whipping post.